Enjoy cafe quality espresso and milk beverages at the touch of a button. This popular, stylish, and surprisingly compact machine is sure to simplify and upgrade your coffee experience. It's among the most convenient to use machines of its type. Hey coffee lovers, Mark here from Whole Latte Love with an in-depth look at the updated Jura ENA 8. Now, the ENA 8, it's been around for a while. I had the original version in my home for a couple of years, and it's been a fan favorite for its elevated style, small size, and impressive drink quality and ease of use. And hey, really cool, guess what? We're gonna be giving this very machine away. It's something you, our viewers, have asked for and will be doing with most of the featured products in our videos. So be sure and subscribe so you don't miss your chance to win the ENA 8 here and other great machines, grinders, and other stuff. Check out our contest page, linked down in the description for all the details. And here's a special tip for you. Pay close attention to this video for a better chance of winning. Now, the popular ENA 8 got a redesign in 2024 with new features, including an intuitive touchscreen user interface, extra shot option for stronger drinks, 5 new beverage options for a total of 15, and dual spouts so you can now make 2 coffee drinks simultaneously. Coming up, I'm going to demonstrate how all that works. I'm going to have test results for beverage temperatures, a subjective appraisal of drink quality, plus some tips to help you get the most out of the updated Jura ENA 8. Now, over the past decade plus, I've used bean-to-cup machines from all the major manufacturers, and when I think Jura, you know what comes to mind? It's drink quality and ease of use. Excellent beverages across the board. For convenience, it's simple. For example, if you use a water filter in here, which comes with the machine, you'll never have to descale, and that's something only Jura offers. And brew unit and milk system cleaning is pretty much automatic. Now, if you're not familiar with bean-to-cup machines, they do pretty much what the name says, grinding whole beans fresh for every cup, and that's going to be the first step to better flavor. Now, if you're used to pre-ground coffee or maybe those capsule brewers, get ready for a serious flavor upgrade. Now, this machine makes both regular, larger cups of coffee up to 8 ounces and shorter concentrated espresso for drinking straight or combining with milk for drinks like a cappuccino, latte macchiato, the ever popular flat white, and cortado. For milk drinks, machines have some way of creating milk froth. Jura machines are going to use a tube to draw milk up that froths automatically into your cup. The ENA 8 is considered a one-touch machine, which means a milk drink is made start to finish at the touch of a button. Now, like most Jura machines, this one has PEP brewing, which stands for Pulse Extraction Process. It's automatically used when the machine makes espresso. It slows down the brewing a little by pulsing water through the coffee under pressure for a deeper extraction and a timing that's similar to what's used by a professional barista. Now, when making larger coffees, PEP is not used, so brewing is faster, and you get excellent flavor without over-extracting, which may cause bitter flavors on other machines. Now, bean-to-cup machines allow you to adjust grind size. The ENA 8 has 7 size options to fine-tune flavor. Just turn this ring right up here by the bean hopper, and you can change the grind size. Now, one major benefit of PEP is being able to set a single grind size for your beans that's going to work both for shorter espressos and larger coffees. So if you're switching between milk-based espresso drinks and regular coffee, in most cases, there's no need to change your grind setting. The pulse extraction process automatically gives you what you need when you need it for a particular drink. Now, honestly, my guess is most bean-to-cup machine users rarely change their grind size by drink type, and without PEP brewing on other machines, they maybe really should. In general, you want to use a finer grind for espresso and a coarser grind setting for longer coffees. But with PEP, you can have both coffee and espresso with excellent flavor without worrying about the grind size. It's a Jura exclusive feature that's automatic for better flavor without your intervention. So let me take you through the parts of the machine and the basic specifications. Up top, we've got the bean hopper here. It holds 4.4 ounces of whole bean coffee. I do like the lid on this. It's circular. It's got a nice little rubber seal here to help keep your beans fresh. Also up top, we've got the bypass doser. That's where you can use pre-ground coffee for those decafs. Now the grind size is adjustable in 7 steps. You just turn the ring up here. It's got the little markings there so you know where your grind size is. I really do like the water reservoir on this machine. You know, a lot of machines it's going to be tucked up. It's going to be up in here, and if you have overhanging cabinetry, it's going to be tough to access that, to pull it out or to fill it. On this one, you can just lift it right up and pull from the side. I do like the diamond patterns on this. It's really kind of unique looking. Rated capacity in this, 37 ounces. And you can see the included filter that's in there. Now, if you use a water filter as prescribed by Jura and change it when you're supposed to, you will never have to descale this machine, and that's a Jura exclusive feature. Plus, it's a smart filter with RFID, so the machine will tell you right in the display when it's time to change it, and it'll automatically sense when you do that. Now, even with the filter in place, you have enough water in here to make 5-6 ounce coffees before refilling. Here's that touchscreen interface, and I'll go through all the available drinks and settings in a minute. Working our way down, those spouts, they are height adjustable. You can fit a cup. You know, most travel mugs will fit under here because you got 5.4 inches of clearance. For those, the milk supply that attaches right into the side of the machine here. And you've got options for supplying milk, like the glass container here that you can pull out of the fridge and connect to the machine. In the little holder here, it's got a pack that comes with it that you can keep cold. That'll keep your milk cold for 2 hours in there. Or I have the cool control on the black machine over here. They do have that in white too. That'll hold your milk pretty much indefinitely at 39 degrees, so you can have that out there pretty much all day. Down here is the drip tray. It's very large. This is a used coffee box. I've got 1 puck in there, looks like. That'll hold the result of 10 brewing operations. Now, this tray is electronically monitored. If you see the little metal tabs here, they'll stick down into the drip tray, so the machine will tell you when it's time to empty it. I really do like the size of this. It's among one of the larger drip trays that's out there, so you really don't have to empty it all that much. Let me take you through the touchscreen operation, the drinks we have available, how to modify those drinks, other functions we've got available, and some of the settings on the machine. First, if you want to have that extra shot, you can have that on the milk drinks, or you can use pre-ground coffee to do that. You're gonna use the 2 little buttons up here. You'll press that, and then you can select that bean icon there. That's gonna get you an extra shot in the milk drinks. And if you were to use the pre-ground icon over there, what you can do is go up top. There's a little door, so you slide back this. Then you're going to use a little scoop here, put that in there, and then you're going to dose that with some pre-ground. Usually what you're going to use for that is some decaf coffee. First, the drinks you have available. You got espresso, cappuccino, coffee, latte macchiato. Use the 3 dots, just press there to advance to the next screen. 2 espresso, that's going to use 2 grind cycles to do that. The ever popular flat white. 2 coffees, the Caffe Barista, talk more about that in a minute. And then we got milk foam, cortado, hot water, espresso doppio. But let me show you how to modify that espresso. The first way to do that is just to press and hold on the drinks icon. Then it's going to come up with the product settings, or you can reposition that product, which just means changing screens. To change product settings, just hit product settings. Then we can change the coffee strength here. So you've got 10 coffee strengths available. I'd like mine really strong, so we're going to go all the way out to the 10. There we go. And then you've got 3 screens here. So next screen is going to be volume, so you can change the volume here. I like mine at 1.5 ounces, but you could change that up to 2 or whatever you want. But I'm going to leave mine at 1.5. Then on the next screen, we've got temperature. I like mine hot. I'm going to leave that right at high, and then just hit save. So let's make that espresso, and I'm going to make a little change while the drink is in progress. So let's go back to our main screen just by hitting the back button there. And I'm just going to tap the espresso. I'm going to bring my spouts down a little bit and just press espresso. And now it's just going to take a second for the machine to heat up here. And you can hear it's kind of doing its thing. And then it will start making this drink. And I want to show you how I'm going to modify it. So I'm going to take it up to 2 ounces. I know I can fit 2 ounces in this glass. So while the drink is being made, I'm going to make this change. So it's grinding the coffee now. I could change the strength right now if I wanted to and save that when the drink is over, but I'm going to change my volume. I'm going to make it 2 ounces there. And we'll see once this drink is made that it's going to give me the option to save the changes I've made. So any changes I make while the drink's in progress will be saved. Look at that shot of espresso. It's really nice. I am using our crema wave coffee in there, and it lives up to its name with all that lovely crema in there. Now, it's going to give me a moment once this finishes here. It gives you the progress bar to save that. So now that espresso is saved. Let's take a look at how you do a milk drink here. I'm going to do a cappuccino. I've got the fun little Kinto cup here that we'll use for that. And I won't show you the programming of this, but I'll show you something you can do while you're making this drink. So I'm just going to press on cappuccino. You can see I could adjust the strength right here if I wanted to. I'm going with the 10 beans. I do like them strong. So it's going to heat up, so it's going to pull my milk. Again, I'm using the Jura glass container here. Just pull this right out of the fridge. Drop this in here. It does have a cooling pack in here to keep that cold for a couple of hours. Now I've got this set at 20 seconds, and I'm going to bring that down to 14 while it's brewing, because I know that's probably closer to what I want. And then it's going to allow me, I didn't quite make it to 14, I got 15 seconds, that's fine. Then it's going to give me 2 ounces of espresso there. I'm just going to take that up to 2.5 because I want it a little bigger, I guess. So then it does the espresso. Now in a cappuccino, as you saw, it was milk first, then espresso. If you're doing a flat white or a cortado, it's going to do the espresso first and then the milk. And it's going to do a little more mixing for it. So I made some changes there, so I am going to save those because that fit my cup real nice. And look at that. It's got that classic cappuccino cap. And let's give that a little taste. That's really nice. That's how I want it. It's also, hot. It's nice and hot. A lot of times, some machines, they don't get the milk too hot. This one does a really nice job with that. Last up, I want to show you the Caffe Barista. It's espresso with hot water added, one of my favorites. You might also call it an Americano. I'm going to use this dual wall, 250 milliliter, that's about slightly over 8 ounces, Kinto cup. So I'll put that under. I can adjust my spout. It's got plenty of room for that. So I'm going to navigate to the Caffe Barista and just press it there. It's going to make it. Again, I got the full strength going here because I do like them strong. Now it's going to show me that I'm using 2 ounces of espresso for this. So it's going to brew that, of course. I still have my grind sign really set really fine here. It's going to give me the progress bar, as we can see. Then once the espresso is done, it's going to put just pure hot water over this drink. Now, this was an addition on the 2024 touchscreen version of the ENA 8. It did not exist on the ENA 8 that I had at home for a long time. I wish it did because I do like these. Some of my favorite drinks. And we're doing, 2 ounces of espresso to 4 ounces of water. You can certainly adjust that around however you like to suit your taste. But it's a quick drink. It's a good drink. It features a coffee a little bit more than, say, if you were doing a drip. Let me get a taste of that. I'm going to like this dual wall cup because this is going to be hot right now. Oh, yeah. And this really is one of my favorites. Now, I will point out here, as we saw, I've been brewing a bunch of drinks on here, and I hadn't been emptying my bin at all. I could have, but it's telling me to empty those grounds right now, and those are the kinds of messages that you'll get. Here's a look at some of the other settings that you have on the ENA 8. Here you access those, keep hitting the little gear icon here. As you can see, we had made a milk drink earlier, so it's asking me if I want to clean the milk system right now. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can get into all the cleaning functions by hitting this button right here. And so I can rinse the coffee system, I can do a clean, and notice a little progress bar here. So it's going to tell me when I'm due for that actual cleaning, and you're going to use just a tab into the bypass doser to run an automatic cleaning of the coffee system. You can rinse the milk system, you can clean the milk system. You can see it's suggesting that I do that because I did make a milk drink. And beyond that, we can run descale because I'm using a filter in here. I will never have to do that. You can see I've made a bunch of drinks on here and it hasn't filled this in at all. And it can tell me how long I have left on the filter and I can get some information. Now, if we go back here and we hit the gear icon, we can choose the language. We can have the machine switch off after a certain amount of time. We can set our water hardness, which if you're not using the filter, you'll have a test strip with the machine. You want to test your water, and then it'll tell you when to descale. I can switch my units from ounces to milliliters. If we continue on, I can change product names, rinse the milk system even over here. I can reset to factory. So if you made a bunch of changes in those menus, you can reset it to the way it came from the factory, or you can totally empty the system. If you're going to store it or ship it through a cold environment where it might be at risk of freezing, you want to do that. And then last up, we can just get our version number and that kind of thing for the machine. Now, if we go back, notice it does recognize a filter. That little icon way down there, that's telling me that there is a filter in the machine. And that's pretty much, those are the extra settings you have there. So a lot of control. Let's take a look at what comes in the box with the ENA 8 here. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna just run a cleaning of the milk system. I really like how this operates because one thing that comes in the box is this little container that you use for that. So I'm just gonna get that going. So I'll tell you how that gets prepped in just a second. So I just put that under the spout here, then take the tube off of my milk container, put it in the front here. And then since we made a milk drink, if I just go to settings, it's going to tell me to clean the milk system, and I can get that started right here. Then it's going to walk me through exactly what I need to do. So I'm just going to hit start. I already have my cleaner all set up, so I'm just going to hit next there, and it's going to take off and do that. Now, what's really nice about this is it does come, the machine's going to come with this. So what you do with this, these are the milk system cleaner. So you're just going to take this and you push this little button and it drops some of the cleaning pellets into here. You fill this with water, and then the machine is going to do the rest. It's one of the easier ways to do a deep cleaning of the milk system. Now, while we were off, it did a rinse of the milk system, which it kind of does automatically after it's done a milk drink after a certain amount of time. But I do like this setup. It makes cleaning this really easy. Also takes care of cleaning out the milk pipe. So what comes with the machine? Well, you see we have the Jura glass milk container over here for our milk drinks, which we can just pull from the fridge. This doesn't come with a machine, so you're gonna wanna pick something like that up maybe, or the cool control that we saw. Or, in a pinch, you can just take this tube and drop it right into a container of milk and use that as a source. Also with the machine, you're gonna get a couple of these cleaning tablets. There's no removable brew, there is a brew unit in here, but it's not removable. You don't have to take it out like with other machines and do a rinse or cleaning or anything like that. You see all the steam going there. So you just pop out one of these tabs, you put it in the bypass doser up here and hit the cleaning cycle. The machine does the rest. We'll also get a water hardness test strip. So you test the water that you're using, and if you're not using a filter, the machine will alert you when it's time to descale. In average home use, if you're not going to use a filter, you're probably looking, maybe a month and a half between descalings. If you use a filter, of course, you don't have to do that. And one really nice thing, the machine does come with that smart filter that goes right in here. It's also got the little extra thing here so that you can get it down in there, a little holder for it. Of course, you get the funnel for the pre-ground and the coffee scoop, and it does have a really nice manual that goes with the machine. My milk system is done now. What it wants me to do now is add fresh water. I'm not going to do that right now, but if you're completing this, you just empty this out, put fresh water in, and let it run a little bit more. We spend a lot of time running tests on the products we carry, and we did that with the ENA 8 too. Want you to be able to make an informed decision when you buy. So for test results here, I want to give you an idea of drink temperatures, how long it takes to make drinks, and my subjective thoughts on flavor and milk froth quality. Now, for temperatures, I'm going to have those measured in the stream of liquid, leaving right from the spouts. And in finished drinks, for those, I'm going to use these low thermal mass, very lightweight Kinto cups. Really like these a lot. First, though, a look at those prep times. Now, if you like a quick cup of coffee, total time from cold power on to a finished 6-ounce coffee, and turning the power switch on here until you can be drinking coffee, 1 41 seconds. A second 6-ounce cup after that, brewed in 46 seconds. It took 65 seconds, so 5 seconds over a minute, to make a standard cappuccino using 3 ounces of espresso and 14 seconds of milk foam. Temperatures are excellent. No problem if you like a hot drink. Coffee showed a max temp of 186 degrees Fahrenheit measured in the stream, and it was 173 in a finished 6-ounce cup. Espresso measured in stream hit 194 and was 171 for 2 ounces in the cup. That in-stream temperature, that says a lot. Espresso brew temp, it's 195 to 205. Now, of course, that happens deeper in the machine, so the 194 leaving from the spouts is a really good indication the internal brew temperature is where it should be, as there's going to be some cooling as it travels out of the machine. For milk drinks, the cappuccino milk was 130 in stream, and that's right in the sweet zone of milk flavor when you heat it up. The espresso was 193, and the combined finish in the cup temperature was in the high 160s when stirred. Hot water ranged from 185 and up, hitting 198 toward the end of dispensing 6 ounces. In-cup stir temp for that was 177. Now, those are really wonderful temperatures, and of course, I'm using cold cups. Using heavier, preheated ceramic or insulated cups could get you even higher finish temperatures. For subjective drink quality, espresso at full strength was rich and aromatic. I used our own fresh, locally roasted creme away blend, a coffee I'm very familiar with in both automatic and higher-end semi-automatics using commercial-grade outboard grinders. Now, while automatics can't match the potential quality of professional-grade equipment, the PEP brewing process helps to produce consistently excellent flavor. Users will want to, of course, adjust strength, volume, and grind settings to suit their coffee and taste preferences. Standard coffee flavor is excellent as well. As mentioned, PEP is offered that, so brewing is going to be faster and it's going to avoid extracting bitter flavors, which can be an issue with some other machines unless grind size is manually adjusted to a coarser setting. The ENA 8 produces one type of milk foam using Jura's fine foam technology. It's a light milk foam that works very well in a standard cappuccino, giving the cap of foam a classic preparation is known for. In that drink, milk is going to be dispensed first and then espresso. For drinks like the flat white, the prep order is flipped, so espresso is dispensed first. The result is a deeper mixing and combination of milk and espresso for a richer mouthfeel and appropriate visual presentation. Machines with multi-level control of milk foam density are generally much more expensive. For the ENA 8, prep order flipping of that milk and espresso is key to making high-quality milk drinks. So, I had a previous version of this machine in my home for a couple of years, so let me give you some of my tips for using it. The grind size. As I mentioned earlier, I'm guessing most users of automatic machines rarely change grind size. And, they certainly can and should for best flavor, but with Jura's PEP, you don't have to feel like you're compromising if not changing when you switch between espresso and larger regular coffees. You can really be more basic with it. If your coffee or espresso is bitter, set your grind coarser. If it's sour or too light, set it finer. Now, I often say in my videos for higher-end brewing on professional-grade equipment that grind size is never set and forget. With PEP, what's set for your beans for the most part, it is when switching between coffee and espresso. Now, one thing I've always liked about Jura machines is if you empty the used coffee at any time, so long as the machine is turned on, if you pull that drawer out of there, the machine is going to understand that you emptied the used coffee. So you've got a capacity of 10 brew cycles for used coffee. Let's say you made 9 since you emptied it last. Now, you can pull it out and empty it before the machine alerts you to do so, and it kind of resets the counter. So it's not going to tell you to empty the used coffee again in one more brew cycle. Now, maybe that's not a big deal to some, but there's nothing I dislike more than having to fill or empty something when I'm half awake in the morning and just want a quick cup of coffee. So I just always got in the habit of taking care of that in the evening so it'd be ready and be able to brew a bunch of coffees when I get up in the morning. So what type of user is the ENA 8 going to satisfy? Well, if you value convenience, you can't go wrong. That's what Jura is all about, making great coffee super convenient. Plus, it's a serious upgrade from capsule-based machines in drink quality and variety. It serves coffee lovers with that easy access to cafe-grade brews at the touch of a button. If you're space challenged, very compact machine. And if you appreciate the aesthetics, in my opinion, one of the prettiest machines out there. And finally, if you like value, there's really nothing else available in this price range that offers the European build, beverage quality, and convenience features, plus beverage options of the 2024 ENA 8 touchscreen. It really is a crowd pleaser. Now, with all that in mind, is there anyone the machine is not for? Well, hobby-level prosumer brewers are probably going to want to pass. Of course, this is a super automatic machine. While this machine can easily serve 3 to 4 users, it's probably not the best choice for serving larger crowds. And the beverage menu, it covers the bases really well, but there are more expensive Jura machines like the Z10 that go much further, including right out to true cold brew. You know, the ENA 8 has a lot going for it. If you want excellent coffee, espresso, and milk beverages in that convenient, small, and stylish package, this is a machine for you. So did you get the clues in the video there, or you got a shot to win this? Get down there in the description and enter to win it. Now, if you have questions about this machine or anything coffee, use those comments and I'd be happy to get you a detailed answer. I'm Mark, and thank you so much for stopping by. If you found this video helpful and you want to get in on some of our future giveaways, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that, and of course, more of the best on everything coffee, brought to you by Whole Latte Love.